Brought to you by Penguin.
A Different Stage. Written and read by Gary Barlow.
When I started working on A Different Stage, I was nearly 50. Turning 50 is a reflective time in anyone's life. At 50, you're kind of forced by the shape of the number to take stock and wonder what your life's all been about and where it's going. With a milestone birthday on the horizon, I felt I needed to do something to mark it, something new. Should I go to Tibet and sit with monks in silence? I didn't fancy skydiving. The pandemic meant I'd have to do both by Zoom anyway. How to mark this stage in my life? I'm at an interesting point. I've been around a long time as an artist. Take That had their first smash hits cover in 1991. And some of you might feel like this bloody fella's been sat somewhere in your house for a lifetime. Sorry about that. Do I keep making albums? I've got such an amazing audience, I could easily do that. But it's not challenging because I always make music anyway. It's in my DNA. Making music is one of my vital signs. If I stop making music, then I'm ill. I needed a challenge. For the audience, A Different Stage is a good night out, I hope. For me, it's frightening. It is way beyond what is comfortable for me. It's significantly easier for me to get up and sing and dance in front of 80,000 people at Wembley than to perform an intimate one-man show like this. A Different Stage required a new skill. So why the hell am I doing this? I love telling a story. All my friends know that. That side of me has always been hidden from an audience, though, because for me, that wasn't what performing was about. Words were for lyrics, and spoken words were something I used as a quick bridge to get to another song. The songs were everything. Then, a few years ago in 2018, I narrated the audio version of my autobiography. I remember doing it a bit reluctantly, but I knew I couldn't leave it to a professional. No one could be more professional at being me than me. As you get older, not many things surprise you, but I was taken aback by how much I loved reading my story out loud. There was an intimacy about someone listening to me tell my story myself that went beyond what you get from reading on the page. I realised storytelling is as primal a thing as music. I wanted to explore how I could use this storytelling on the stage. At the time, everyone was talking about Bruce Springsteen on Broadway. It was a bit of a thing. Musicians in theatres reading from a memoir, talking and singing, perhaps showing a few slides. After 10 minutes watching Bruce, I thought, it's good, but my show's not going to be like this. Songs and a chat felt too serious for someone like me. I went on a bit of a dive into one-man shows. In the Victorian theatres, they were apparently put on in the interval by out-of-work actors as a kind of living CV. But in my mind, it's not just a theatre thing. It's not just about Willie Russell's amazing Shirley Valentine. It includes Peter Kay's stand-up and Frank Sinatra holding the audience in his hand as he banters between songs. And Noel Coward, the musician, actor and playwright, whose solo shows featured him telling funny stories, piano playing, and all in an exceedingly droll way. I looked at all of these historical shows. I even went to Pompeii, where there was a theatre in Roman times dedicated to one-man shows, and tried to absorb some of that ancient magic. I became fascinated by the whole history and concept of one person on a stage. Clearly I'm not Noel Coward, whose work was literally as much as musical, but the more I dug, the more I felt drawn to try. There was one show that I loved. Carrie Fisher, the actress who played Princess Leia in Star Wars, was the daughter of two Hollywood stars, the actress Debbie Reynolds and the singer Eddie Fisher. I think I've had a life, but blimey, she really did.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?